Back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. All by himself. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Throws to the tight end. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
There he goes! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hartman. And they have got it down to the 25.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And the Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Which corner is selected?
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Connection to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Back to throw. It's Lacey. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Here's the heat. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Wants to throw again. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched the sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistent.
You have 19 options, empty and covered.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt, when your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point.
Entering play call, you have 5 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Conway. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down. He just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks. This guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Just a little off. Incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
Entering play
When you're
call,
set up with
coach
that field position, you're
suggestions.
thinking
There are 8
touchdowns. You're not
categories.
thinking
You
field
have
goals.
15
It's exactly
options.
what the
Add
offense
them to
does. Takes
selected.
advantage of great field position.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan
Entering
category.
play call, you have 5
Quick
options.
work on that
Kickoff
scoring drive,
left to
just 4
selected.
plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out
Entering
to the
play call
25-yard
information.
line.
There are 6 categories. There are 2 subcategories. Option is set to under 80. Tight. There are 2 categories. You have 15
Arizona has it
options.
back. The
Cover 3
offense coming
matches
out to
selected.
bear down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got an open man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's going to lose it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instinct. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Entering play
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only
and here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done
5 options.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Can you land? Gauge out. Goal line fade.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Heaves it on the run. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Jones. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Categories. You have 12
and how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And off to Jones. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You have 12
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why he played defense because you don't have hands.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grab near the sticks. It's Hartman. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Warren. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Arizona. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted, on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
There are 8 categories.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Bringing it back. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. You know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In score.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Entering play call, you have 5 options.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. 14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Cover 6 formation. There are 6 categories. There are 2 subcategories. Option is set to under 18 plays. You have 8 options. 4, 3 is selected.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Entering base model screen, you have 5 options.
Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position.
Go flat is selected.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Ghost.
Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Bringing the heat. Caught over the middle. It's Jones.
Entering
and that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great, and this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Entering play call.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field.
3 Sky is selected.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
There are 8 categories.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job still.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And that's exactly your job. They're going to make throws. They're going to make catches. I'm going to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
Unloads to the right. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You have 9 options.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Fired in there, but incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in place.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Shuffle slot and is selected.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. Snags it over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
There are 8 categories.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Makes the grab down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And off to Jones.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To throw, it's Lacey. Release to the back. Got a man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions.
Oh, he's got some space. Bust through behind his pad. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Coach suggestions.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up and try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Here's the handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
There are 8
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The Yellow Jackets trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
The AT unit on the field.
Options. Added empty selected.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There are 6 categories. You have 9 options. Cover 3 spy is selected.